Hey everybody, welcome back to the Central Otago Railway. Great to have you back again. For the new starters, welcome, come on in. We're going to be doing a switching operation video today. This will probably be I think it's the first switching operation video I've actually done. And so yeah, sit tight and we're going to switch around a couple of wagons here in Clyde Yard and I'll show you how I do my switching operations. So stay tuned and we'll get on into it. Okay, so first up I have my distribution list here. Now this basically tells me which industries I switch and how many cars in each industry. Being such a small switching layout, basically I'm only switching 1 to 2 cars per industry, and how that's done is with a dice. I just have a 6-sided dice here. So basically here we are, let's say this Central Foods. Will this industry be switched today? And we've got the 1 to 3. If it's between a 1 and a 3, yes. If it's between a 4 and a 6 on the dice, no. If for some reason it's gone yes, we will be switching the industry. How many cars? If you roll between a 1 and a 3, it's 1 car. If you roll between a 2 and a 6, it's 2 cars. So that determines how where I start off with my switching. Okay, so we've determined what industries we're going to be switching today. So we go over to our Waybill little Waybill bill box, I suppose you call it, and we've got a description of what is happening. Okay, so today our set outs, we have got these wagons here in this set out that need to be switched out into the industries. Those are the wagons we'll be switching out today. These wagons are on hold, they're going to be set up for the next operating session. And the wagons in the pickup will be the wagons that are going to be picked up in this session to be taken over to their destination. In this case, we've only have 1 wagon for pickup in Clyde today. So that's basically how it's done with the car cards and Waybills. Okay, so now with that all done, we know where we're switching these wagons. We know what industries they're going to. The locomotive we have today is a DJ class locomotive, number 3021. That'll be our switching locomotive for today. So let's get into it. We'll start switching these cars around and we'll get them into the industries they're supposed to be in. Okay, so the first thing is we're just going to uncouple from this wagon that it's sitting on, and we're going to run up and we're going to collect those box wagons along the back there. We'll hook onto them first. Okay, so the first drop off on our list is this MCP wagon. It's a road rail petrol wagon, and that's getting dropped off here at Clyde Cartridge. Okay, now we drop them off. We've got these two KP class wagons to to go to Central Foods, which is the building behind, but I'm going to have to switch these around because the wagon behind the locomotive needs to go to door 1, which is way over here first. So what I'll do is I'll uncouple here, I'll switch out the first car, I'll come back and I'll select the second car. It's a little bit of a faff around, but at the end of the day it is a switching layout and this is the objective of the layout. So it just gives it a little bit more operational interest than just running around and around. So this wagon will be placed all the way down there at door number 1. Set that there. Then we'll go back and we'll collect the other wagon. Give it a little bit of a shunt. There we go. Then we can finally place this wagon at door number 3 as per the car card directions. Uncouple there. Alright, looks like we've got the first few wagons done and out of the way. Okay, so now we have this NC wagon in the foreground here, and that is to go to the stage track here in Clyde, which will eventually make its way onwards to Cromwell to get PGG and Cromwell to get loaded up with fence posts. Just got to bring our locomotive back around to the opposite side of it to push it all the way up. Now I'm not too sure if you're familiar with the Central Otago Railway or DJ locomotives in particular, but this locomotive number 3021 was actually abandoned when the line was closed in the early 90s, and it sat somewhere there for a number of years before being moved to a goods shed in Middlemarch, a station further down the line there, and it sat there for a number of years before it was eventually moved and going to be restored until the whole COVID pandemic hit, and I'm not too sure of the fate yet, but yes, this was, if anyone knows where it was stored before it was stored at Middlemarch, drop it in the comments there. And yeah, it's good to see this locomotive, but a little bit of history on the layout that I have. Okay, so we'll make a coupling there. And the Clyde stage track is all the way down the northern end of the yard, so we're just going to push that all the way down to the stage track where it'll get picked up on the next train through to Cromwell, up through the gorge. The stage track is located basically right across from where the loco shed is. We'll just set that there, we'll uncouple that, and that'll be on the next train out. There's another wagon off the roster. With the other wagons already been done and put away into the areas there, we have one for pickup, which is ZA3947. It's a bogie box wagon, and that is going to Central Freight in Alexandra. That's the only wagon in Clyde today that needs to be picked up, but it needs to be shunted around because there's a couple other wagons in its place. So on to that one next. As we run past the wagons, this is the wagon in question that we're going to be picking up, and we'll get rid of those other two in the way there. We'll shunt them out of the way and be happy days. Alright, so now that we've dropped that wagon off, the ZA that we've just pulled out of there, that will sit there until the southbound from Cromwell comes along, and then it'll get collected up and dropped off at Alexandra along the way. So that is our work for number 3021 today. Okay, so now we're just going to run the locomotive down to the southern end of the yard, and we're going to line ourselves up to be switched into the loco shed there at Clyde. So that'll be the job done for the day, and get ready for the next operating shift. On our way to the loco sheds, it passes a building that I'm sort of working on at the moment. I've just got the brick paper and that on top of the styrene, and still got to do the corrugated roof and the base obviously, but that's something that'll be up and coming. And finally here we are back at the Clyde Loco Depot. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much does it for my my switching video today. I think it's one of the very first switching videos I've ever done on the Central Otago Railway. Hope you enjoyed it. Please, anything you want to know, put it in the comments there, and I would love to hear your feedback. Also, if you're into switching layouts, check out my brother's switching layout. I'll put the link in the description down below. Go in and check out his layout. He's got some pretty cool stuff there. Going forward there, I'm going to be away for about a month coming up as I'm heading over to Europe, so only until I get home from that I'll be able to start making videos again. So thank you very much for all the viewers that have come back. For the returning viewers, great to see you again. For the new ones, please hit that like and subscribe, share, post a comment, anything you want to know, and I'll get back to you on that. But until then, everyone, please stay well, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and I'll see you on the next one. See yous, everyone. Bye.